Hanover Square Press and HarlequinAudio present A Short History of Russia, How the World's Largest Country Invented Itself, from the Pagans to Putin, by Mark Galeotti, read by the author.
Russia is a country with a certain future. It's only its past that is unpredictable. Soviet proverb. Introduction. The oldest book in Russia does not speak with one voice. It roars and whimpers, mutters and moans, laughs and whispers, prays and brays in progressively quieter tones. In July 2000, archaeologists excavating one of the oldest quarters of one of the oldest cities in Russia, Novgorod, once known as Lord Novgorod or Novgorod the Great, discovered 3 wooden boards coated with wax that once were bound together as a book. According to carbon dating and other assessments, they were from somewhere between 988 and 1030 AD. Scratched onto the wax tablets are 2 psalms. This is a palimpsest, though, a document that has been used and reused time after time over decades, and yet on which the earlier writings are still just about visible. Painstaking work by the Russian linguist Andrei Zalizniak uncovered a bewildering array of different writings once etched into the wax, thousands of them, from the spiritual instructions for the son from a father and a mother to the beginning of the Apocalypse of John, a list of the Church Slavonic alphabet, even a treatise on virginity. This is wholly fitting. Palimpsest people. Russia is a country with no natural borders, no single tribe or people, no true central identity. Its very scale astounds. It stretches across 11 time zones, from the European fortress region of Kaliningrad, now cut off from the rest of the motherland, all the way to the Bering Strait, just 82 kilometres, 51 miles, from Alaska. Combined with the inaccessibility of many of its regions and the scattered nature of its population, this helps explain why maintaining central control has been such a challenge, and why losing that grip on the country such a terror for its rulers. I once met a retired KGB officer who admitted that we always thought it was all or nothing. Either we held the country in a tight fist, or else it would all fall apart. I suspect his predecessors, from Tsarist officers to early medieval princes, had much the same concerns, and Putin's officials, even with all the advances of modern communications, certainly do today. Its position at the crossroads of Europe and Asia also means that Russia is everyone's perennial other, with Europeans considering it Asian and vice versa. Its history has been shaped from without. It has been invaded by outsiders, from Vikings to Mongols, crusading Teutonic orders to the Poles, Napoleon's French to Hitler's Germans. Even when not physically beset, it has been shaped by external cultural forces, forever looking beyond its borders for everything from cultural capital to technological innovation. It has also responded to its lack of clear frontiers by a steady process of expansion, bringing new ethnic, cultural and religious identities into the mix. Russians are thus themselves a palimpsest people, citizens of a patchwork nation that more than most shows these external influences in every aspect of life. Their language is testament to this. A railway station is called a Vokzal, for example, after London's Vauxhall Station, the result of an unfortunate translation mishap when an awestruck Russian delegation was visiting 19th century England. At the time, though, the Russian elite spoke French, so they will nonetheless load their bagage onto their couchette sleeper car. In Odessa, to the south, streets were named in Italian, because that was the common trading language of the Black Sea. In Birobidzhan, on the Chinese border, by contrast, the local language is still to this day Yiddish, from when Stalin sought to encourage Soviet Jews to resettle there in the 1930s. In the fortified Kremlin of Kazan, there is both an Orthodox cathedral and a Muslim mosque, while shamans bless oil pipelines in the far north. Of course, all peoples are compounds of different faiths, cultures and identities to a greater or lesser extent. In an age when the curry is Britain's favourite dish, when the Académie Française continues to fight its losing battle to keep French free of foreign words, and when more than 1 in 8 US citizens are foreign-born, that is surely a given. But 3 things are striking about Russia's experience. The first is the sheer depth and variety of this dynamic magpie appropriation of outside influences. The second is the specific ways
Sample complete. Ready to continue?